I'm J.R. Church. Welcome to today's webcast. It's Thursday, May 13th, and there's a lot in the news. What I'm going to show you now, I think, are signs of the times, okay? For example, here's from let's see, the internet site is the Daily Mail out of London, and it says that Jupiter loses one of his stripes. I want to show you these two pictures of Jupiter here. This stripe right here has been there for thousands of years, as far as I know, hundreds anyway. It's gone. It's missing. Now, the rabbis have written over the years that Jupiter will have some things to do with the end time as a sign of the approaching Messianic era. In other words, the Messiah is coming, and Jupiter has lost one of his stripes. Kind of interesting there. That's not all. A whale, a gray whale, has been spotted off the coast of Israel. Scientists are stunned as gray whale is sighted off Israel. Jerusalem, Dateline Jerusalem. The appearance of a gray whale off the coast of Israel has stunned scientists in what was thought to be the first time the giant mammal has been seen outside the Pacific in several hundred years. So, what kind of sign of the time would this be? Jesus said to the Pharisees, I'll give you one sign, the sign of the prophet Jonah. So Jonah's whale has now returned, and I think that's fascinating. So we've got things that are happening. For example, Benjamin Netanyahu spoke to the Israeli parliament concerning the Six-Day War and the taking of East Jerusalem. And beset by questions, this article says, and this comes from yahoonews.com, beset by questions about Jerusalem's future and talks with the Palestinians, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reached for the Bible on Wednesday to stake out the Jewish state's contested claim on the city. Netanyahu told a parliamentary session commemorating Israel's capture of East Jerusalem from Jordan in 1967 that Jerusalem and its alternative name, Zion, appear 850 times in the Old Testament. And this, of course, the Old Testament is Judaism's core canon, their basic document, the foundational principles. He said, as to how many times Jerusalem is mentioned in the Holy Scriptures of other faiths, I recommend you check. That, of course, is a veiled reference to the fact that the Quran does not mention Jerusalem or its 16 variations of Arab names, not one single time. So, I'm glad Benjamin Netanyahu reads his Bible. This is our June issue of Prophecy in the News magazine, and this is just the mock-up. Everything is ready to go, though. I put it together, even with my illness and not feeling good sometimes. I met the deadline. Between Gary Stearman, who writes articles, and myself, and Bob Ulrich, who writes book reviews and helps us pick the products that we're going to offer. Listen, this is a great magazine. You see this fellow on the front cover right here? His name is Arch Bonema. He went to Iran and climbed Mount Suleiman and found some incredible things on top. And it's all here in this article. Has Noah's Ark been found at last? If you don't get this magazine, you need to order it. I'd like for you to get a subscription. Just call the phone number 1-800-475-1111. Talk to one of our staff members. They can be glad to take your order over the phone. You need to subscribe to Prophecy in the News, especially when it comes to the pictures and the explanation of this article. I am convinced Noah's Ark has been found, and it will blow you away when you read this article. So I hope you'll get it. Well, I want to introduce you today to one of our new staff members, Scott Bradley. He's our webmaster and also produces this telecast to go up on our website. Scott, tell us about our new e-commerce site, our online bookstore. We just got it up.
Sure, JR. Very exciting times for us here. With the online bookstore now, we are current in regards to technology, which basically means no worrying about hacking. But the big thing is that I want to encourage our viewers to do is they'll want to register. And by doing so, they'll be able to go in there and they'll be able to just once, JR, fill out the necessary information, pick a username and password, and fill all that out, and then hit save. and then they can continue shopping. What's great about that is, I don't know about you, but so many times when I've purchased stuff online, I have to continuously fill out certain information that I've done previously. We don't have to do this on our online bookstore. We just do it once, but the great thing is, what happens if this is a gift for a mother, father, or a friend? They also have the option, JR, there when they go to checkout in their shipping option to choose an alternate shipping address. So they're not locked into what they put into the registry part of it. But by doing so, here's the exciting thing. They'll have an access to our e-newsletter. So anyone wanting updates about yourself or the ministry or new products, they'll be able to choose these options, and they'll be able to enter their email address. And that way we can send out monthly or whenever you wish to send out an update. It's a matter of a click and boom, it's in their inbox.
Yeah, we used to call it a newsflash email. And we collected thousands of email addresses. But because we were so inundated with so much work here, it sort of fell by the wayside. We didn't get weekly letters out to our constituents. We want to try to do a good job and keep you informed with new products, new telecasts, subject matter, analysis of the news. We want all these things to come to you. We don't want to inundate your mailbox. Now, I realize that in my computer, sometimes I get 2 and 3 emails from one company every day. You know, I'm not going to do that to you. But when you do get an email from me, you'll know it's important. So, even though we have collected thousands of email addresses, when we went to look at them and try to build an email list so that we could let everybody know we had our new website up and going, we couldn't work it. It was, you know, some of them had quotes around them and we have to go through. It's such a tedious task. So what I'm asking you to do is just register. Let us have your email address, and we'll build a little mailing list so that we can keep up with you. You and me, we're brothers and sisters. But my point is, we need to just stay in touch, you and me. We need to stay in touch. So feel free to register. It doesn't cost anything, all right? I'm so glad you watched today. When the program finishes, I want you to pray for me, all right? I want you to know there is no pain in my liver, even though the cancer's still there, some of it. I think we're knocking it out. We're knocking it down. We're gonna win this thing. So you keep praying for me. And we have people who pray around the clock. We have a daily planner in the office. We have folks to call in and say, I'll take 9, I'll take 9:15, I'll take 9:30, and so on. And I want you to know we got that thing filled up 2 or 3 times. That don't mean that we don't need any more. If you'll just call the office, just say, put me down for 6 o'clock each evening, or whatever time you want, and we will see to it that we are continually praying without ceasing for my cancer to be healed. God bless you. I'm J.R. Church. We'll see you again tomorrow with our analysis of the news.